Ladies and gentlemen, Apex Legends is finally getting new content. Now, I know that's hard to believe. It's about as hard to believe as the NBA Finals not being won by the Golden State Warriors, but at this point, Toronto's up 1-0, and next week the hunt begins, so it's real, it's happening. Ladies and gentlemen, rejoice in the moment. I'm going to break it all down for you here on the channel, and obviously getting in with some silliness, but having a great thing to talk about, which is all of this brand new stuff that they are bringing to the game. They've got info on the Season 2 Battle Pass. They've not only got info on that, but the event happening next week, for crying out loud, that's going to last 2 weeks, including double XP, battle pass bonus, and new skins and things to do. But it's also just really exciting to see that the time for Apex Legends is probably coming back within the community. It's just super awesome, very exciting stuff. So let's get into it. If you're new to the channel, by the way, hello, welcome. My name's Rain Day. If you do enjoy the video, leave a like, comment down below what you do or don't, or anything about the battle pass. I'll be free to answer it if I can, and subscribe if you enjoy the content. If you're old, we'll get your butt in here. Come on, you already know what this is about. Let's get into it. The hunt begins, the legendary hunt. So that's what this event is called. It's basically being talked about as occurring next week. Now, next week they also have EA Play, which is where EA announces new things for all of their games that they're currently either making, gonna make, or they're also basically supporting like they will with Apex Legends. At 10 a.m. PST Pacific time, they'll be talking about what's new in Season 2. So that will be revealed a little bit later, but we've got some details on what's actually changing. And a lot of the complaints that people had have been adjusted, like no stat trackers or no lame like numbers, like all that stuff is actually being adjusted. It's amazing the feedback that they've actually put in. It's almost exactly what people have been asking for. Crazy the game would do that, right? So let's get into what the legendary hunt is, because that's actually happening next week, and there are new skins. I mentioned new XP, battle pass bonus XP, and a very interesting queue that's got Mindo, Dizzy, some of these top streamers who play a lot of Apex Legends really talking about it. Let's get in first to what is happening. The new skins, as you'll see on your screen, the Bloodhound skin. Look at this, the legendary hunt to get this epic Master of the Hunt Bloodhound skin. There's more stuff coming. Apparently you'll be able to earn rare, epic, and legendary skins, but the stuff that they showed is amazing. First of all, the level of skin that this is you're taking a look now at the legendary Night Terror Wraith skin, as well as the legendary Honored Prey R-301 skin, are like next level. So it's so much better, even though it's the same theme of kind of like Skull Town and Sandy, etc. Like not from Greece, you know, the freaking sand, like in Aladdin. At the end of the day, it's still much more, I think, alive, much more care taken to it. You see the eyes of the actual thing, the skull that you killed, the gun is inserted through it like a bat. Like, it's so freaking cool. So this is actually, and it's one of the best guns in the game, not the Havoc. So this is something everybody is gonna want, and it's finally like not only hitting the niche of better design of content, which people wanted, but also content for stuff that's meaningful in the game. The Havoc was just at that point like a lame weapon to, you know, calling a spade. It just wasn't that great a weapon. They buffed it. I think it's pretty good now, but at the end of the day, when they first launched it, it was very underwhelming. Now, obviously, next weekend, I talked about the double XP weekend from June 7th at 10 a.m. to June 10th. You're going to be able to earn double XP on base progression and battle pass progression. So play next weekend during EA Play, during E3, and you will have a great opportunity to be earning through those levels. Also, you'll get more battle pass bonus XP for finishing in the top 5 in any match. You'll earn an entire battle pass level once per day. So for 2 weeks, over those 7 days, you should be able to earn, if you finish in the top 5, 14 levels just by doing that once per day. So that's an awesome way to go ahead and do it. That's at least the way I understand it. There's also going to be legendary hunt store skins. Obviously, you'll be able to earn them, but every 3 to 4 days, they say during the event, they'll have new legendary hunt themed skins rotating for direct purchase in the game. Now, obviously, this is great for the game. They're going to hopefully make some more money from this, get some more feedback that, hey, this is a game we should keep supporting. Hopefully, it's a great positive feedback loop for them, but that means that some of the great skins that you probably will see in the event aren't showcased yet, which is really fun. I'm excited about that. The 2 additional legendary skins for those things that you're going to get, I talked about the Wraith skin, we talked about the Bloodhound, right? We'll actually get, excuse me, sorry, I don't want to, okay, let me roll that back, ladies and gentlemen. The legendary R-301 and the Wraith skin, not the Bloodhound, those 2 will actually be given to you if you already own the battle pass and reach level 15 before the end of the event. Now, this is pretty important. If you're already level 15, you will obviously unlock both of these, what it seems like. And also, if you own the battle pass, you'll get the R-301 for sure. If you want that Wraith skin and you want both, you have to not only own the battle pass, but also be at level 15 before the event. But that doesn't seem like that's too hard to do. So that's pretty exciting. I mean, this is going to be stuff that comes to you probably just for playing, especially if you do that double XP. I mean, if you just top 5 every day, 2 weeks, you'll basically be a level 14, and all that other XP you'll probably get past level 15. So this should be a breeze. A lot of people should be able to get it. Now let's not talk about more of the, there's really cool skins, cosmetics. We don't know any more than that, but let's talk about the Apex Elite Q. Now this is big. Now, what it says is test yourself against the best with the Apex Elite Q. Make it to the top 5 in any match to earn your way into a select queue full of other top 5 winners. Here's the catch. In order to continue playing in the queue, you will have to keep placing in the top 5. So this is a really interesting idea. Now, I know a lot of games have probably put something like this into effect, but I haven't played any of them. So this is kind of new to me, a game where essentially if you become the best, that champion squad, so to speak, plus a couple of other players, maybe will essentially go into a very different queue where all of the other champion squads of all those games and all the other teams that almost made it in will now compete to see who's the best of them. It's the Battle Royale queue of Battle Royales, so to speak. It's kind of meta when you really think about it. This is something that I think is going to make the game a lot more interesting, not only for streamers, but for content. How long can you last? How long can you make top 5? How long can you, if you're on a roll, keep that going, because you're going to be playing against better players and better players. Now, obviously, a lot of the conversations around this are, I don't want to split queues. This is maybe not a great idea. What if we don't want to? What if we get in the top 5 and we don't want to play against better players? What if we want to play against worse players and just keep getting top 5? Well, obviously, it seems like if you just have one game where you get knocked out early, you go back into the regular queue. This is also not something that I'm sure is going to be its own separate queue to start. If you're going to just hit play Apex and this will automatically happen, or if it will be a separate queue, I am not sure. So we'll stay tuned on that. But I feel like it's going to be very, very fun and add, again, more meaning to what you're doing in Apex. And I think that's the big theme with this content patch. Now let's talk a little bit about Season 2. This is one of the big things that I think I like sharing with you guys, talking about what is going to be coming in that season, because it is very, very, I think, important for us to get an idea of what is their next steps for the game, because a lot of people have questioned Apex Legends. Well, now they've given us some more details. Obviously, at 10 a.m. on Saturday, June 8th, they'll be doing their first detail sharing at EA Play, so make sure to tune into that. They'll talk about the improvements from a few high-level things, but also they'll give some details on some of the more, I think, minutia of what's actually coming. Here's the TLDR. We'll talk about them separately. First of all, you'll be able to level up via daily and weekly challenges, which is big. People will be able to actually have challenges, things to do that will change the game. They talk a little bit about why they didn't do that. They wanted people to get used to the game, but they also didn't want to introduce wacky challenges that drastically warp the way people play. But now the challenges that they'll be adding should be able to give you some variation and some interesting play from game to game. This means that players will feel more rapid battle pass progression, and the journey will be more fun and interesting during that process. Also, it should allow players who only dedicate a few hours to a week to the game to actually make a very deep cut into their battle pass progression. It sucks to be penalized because you can't play enough to grind. Now you can actually just be efficient. You can do some cool challenges, and you can also get a lot of progress for that and still earn some cool stuff. The other big thing is that time to battle pass level 100 is going to be significantly reduced. A lot of people said the grind is ridiculous. That's going to be changed. Another point that they added is that 3 additional legendary skins are added to the rewards track. They talk about this, saying that they're adding these legendaries to the battle pass. There will also now be a legendary item every 25 battle pass levels in the premium track. That's level 1, 25, 50, 75, and 100, and also including at purchase, which is level 1, right? Our goal is to have a balance of cool characters, they say, exclusives and cosmetics for everyone, like weapon skins. So the idea is, like, you want this cool Wraith skin to exist, but then you also want a cool weapon skin that everyone can grab. So they're trying to put a mix of that, which is obviously, I think, working out really nicely with the Wraith stuff and the R-301 weapons that we saw just earlier in the video. The level 100 reward will be an evolving weapon skin with a special recolor for players who make it to 110, so a little bit something extra to show that you've not only done it all, but done a little bit more for those who get to that final level. Now, the cool thing is I have a thought that it'll be a weapon that is different than obviously I think this is going to be a little bit more of a popular weapon. My guess would be like a Spitfire is a good idea for it because it's very popular, but it's still like a big weapon, so you could do a lot of effects with it. Like a Peacekeeper would be a great idea as well. I mean, the Wingman's pretty iconic, but I think that's a little bit more of a controversial, and it's also smaller. It's maybe a little harder to do something with that. We'll end up seeing. Another thing about it is that there there are 3, this is big, people complain a lot about this, there are 3 entirely new content categories that are going to replace badge and stat tracker rewards. Finally, hallelujah. They said we removed badges and basic stat trackers because they removed them completely from the Battle Pass rewards, the premium one, in Season 2. You'll still get a seasonal badge, but it'll be a single evolving badge that won't take up any additional reward slots, which is a great change. We've kept seasonal win trackers in the free path, and they will be earnable in the first 10 levels. So they've kept them there, but it just basically sponges or soaks up the first 10 levels. You can continue to progress and not have to worry about those for any higher level rewards. That's what people were so upset about. It's like, dude, level 89 is like an 89, like a number 89. Like, come on, man, I grinded a lot for this. That's not a good reward. They're making a great adjustment here. They also said you'll be able to earn items from 3 new content categories in places of them. Now, they're removing badges and trackers, but I mean, they're not removing 3 things, they're removing 2. And maybe it's just because they're removing 2 types of trackers, so maybe it adds up to 3, but they're revealing those closer to the launch. I wonder what they are. If you guys have any thoughts, basically comment those down below. We'll see if anybody gets it right, and we'll be able to look back at this video and see, hey, I told you on the video. I knew that's what they were doing. The last part about it that I think is pretty exciting is that you'll be able to earn enough crafting material rewards from the full reward track to craft a legendary item or whatever your heart desires. You will essentially earn 1,200 crafting materials, which is enough to craft any type of the most expensive item in the game. And this is all from the free pack. So essentially, if you finish the free path, you will be able to earn a legendary of your choosing in the game, which is pretty cool. And you really do have the flexibility. This is a great thing that people wanted more of. These crafting materials are hard to get, and this is a great incentive for people to say, I really want that gun, I really want that skin. Well, now you have no excuse not to get it. It'll be faster, it'll be more fun, and you can get it for free even if you don't pay for the battle pass. So there's a lot more coming up, and they said they're excited to talk to us about it in their EA Play live stream, but that's what they have for now. Guys, this is really, really exciting, and I'm really, really excited about next week as well, the Legendary Hunt. Not only just playing and getting more XP, but having that Apex Legends Elite queue. That'll be really fun. I want to maybe make a video talking about that. But what are you guys most excited about with this news, with this update? Let me know in the conversation down below in the comment section. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video and you're excited about what Apex Legends is doing to the game, and also subscribe if you did enjoy it. I'll obviously have more coming through. I've got a very busy week, but I'm excited to be covering this, and it's just a good time, man, if you're an Apex Legends fan. As always, my friends, remember to never give up, never stop gaming, and I'll see you all next time.